Hey guys, what is up? Sorry I have not exactly been uploading recently. I really am trying to, to fix that. I'm working on 2 channels and, I'm gonna put them down in the description or probably just gonna put them somewhere else. Either way, I'm really trying to make YouTube my not full-time job, but, better than a 9 to 5, right? So basically, I'm trying to do college, but at the same time, it's like I also want YouTube, anything but a 9 to 5. But anyways, what I'm trying to get to is that today we will be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2. And honestly, we have been hearing better stuff about it now. If you guys remember, the last video I did about the Switch 2 wasn't so positive when they mentioned that it's just as powerful as the Xbox One and PS4. It still kind of seems to be that way, but with these newer rumors, it seems to be that it's able to handle a lot more modern, game engines and a lot more modern architecture, or has a lot more modern architecture than really given credit for. So I just want to make sure that, look, I want this to be known. I want the best for the Switch, okay? I want the best for it. I think the Switch has potential. It is a good platform. The Switch 2 has a lot of potential. Nintendo has a lot of potential, really, and if they treated the Wii U the least bit, not so garbage, the Wii U would actually have been a decent console, and it sucks. But that's okay, because from what I'm hearing, it seems like the Switch 2 has been, doing really, really good in the rumor department. So, basically, let's just talk about it real quick. It says from Tom Henderson, the next console from Nintendo is so powerful that developers will be releasing their new multi-platform games on Japanese handheld at once. Alright, so basically that means, the Switch 2 is powerful and modern enough to handle a lot of things, whether it be open world games or whatever, from the competition. That is actually pretty exciting to hear about, because really we all know that the Switch 2 was not that, Chief. I would even argue that Nintendo's own games couldn't really run properly on the Switch, let alone a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One game. In his tweet, Henderson wrote that he was impressed with the Nintendo Switch 2 and is confident that during the coming year's announcements, developers will announce their games will be released simultaneously on the PC, PS5, Series X, and Nintendo's new console. So, okay, it does not sound like to me that Nintendo, will repeat the same mistake as they did with the Nintendo Switch. And that, they released this console, right, that was completely dated in every way, shape, or form. Its performance, the buttons feel really bad, just the hardware in general just felt a little cheap, especially compared to other Nintendo hardwares. To me, I wasn't even comparing it to the PS4 and Xbox One for the most case. I was still comparing it to the 3DS when it first came out, because it's like the 3DS kind of still had more, and the Switch was kind of lacking compared to not only the 3DS, but their other portables too. But regardless, it's not really a popularity contest of their portables, right? It's just nice to see that finally, they are actually, putting it simultaneously on, newer, modern pieces of hardware like the PS5, Series X, and PC. I hope that we will no longer see, Call of Duty 17, whatever it is, not on Nintendo anymore. I'm sick and tired of that. I'm sick and tired of the Nintendo platforms getting left out, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen with the Switch 2. And you know what? Now that I think about it more and more, it kind of makes a little bit of sense, when you think about it. Because honestly, what games do you see right now? Games that are still coming to the PS4 and Xbox One. Now, that does not mean that it's not going to stop coming when, say that when the PS5 and Series X get more popular. But the thing is that, the PS4 and Xbox One, if you combine their power with newer pieces of hardware now, probably the only thing that's going to really matter is the fact that it's powerful enough. It just won't have the same performance as the other consoles, which I expect. Yeah, the PS5 and Series X home console wise are actually pretty capable. They're actually really capable. So if the Switch 2 is going to be a little bit less powerful than that, I will not mind that. That's okay. Here's a tweet by Tom Henderson saying, "We're really excited for the Nintendo Switch 2 and its tech. We'll see launching on Series X/S, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC a heck of a lot in the coming 12 to 18 months." All right. So we're actually getting some good news here. Okay. That's kind of the first time that we heard that, because, with the Switch, when it first released as the NX, we started getting more and more rumors saying, or not rumors at this point, but you know what I mean, pretty much rumors at the time saying how it was less powerful than the Xbox One and PS4, and I'm like, no, there's no way they're going to do that. And then they did that, and I'm like, why? But it seems like with the Switch 2, they actually learned their lesson. And I kind of feel like they know that, the Switch is not going to work again. Now, I'm not talking about its concept, right? The portability and home console aspect. No, keep that. That is going to work. But you can't do it in such a cheap way like you did with the Switch, because there's actually more competitors now. What do I mean? I mean the Steam Deck. I mean the Rogue Ally. And Microsoft is even saying that they're going to make Windows 11 even more portable. Hell, even Microsoft is hiring a company to make a portable xCloud player. So Nintendo has a lot of competition now. It's not like in the Switch days where we just had the Switch 2, just in the regular Nintendo Switch, and that's it. Nope. Now everyone's entering the fray of portables, and if you want to include the Sony Q as well. Yeah, let's just move on. It is likely that the Japanese versions of the games will be somewhat simplified, but the fact that modern multi-platform projects will be also available on Nintendo indicates that gamers can expect a really powerful and modern device that can always be taken with them. Recall that Nintendo has not yet officially unveiled the new console, but according to rumors, a narrow circle of developers and journalists had the opportunity to get acquainted with it at Gamescom 2023. All right, so that's not really too shocking. We actually did hear of that, right? Not too long ago, where it said that the Switch 2, actually handled something like, the Matrix demo and, other stuff that were actually also handled on the PS5 and Series X. So that's actually not so, shocking. So, okay, those all sound like good stuff. So with all these rumors and, all the quotes that the developer said, this is looking like a game where, or this console is looking to be not a Switch 2, where they're going to repeat the same mistake on making it way too weak for the competition, right? To compete with the competition. And they felt way too comfortable in the Switch's, limelight, because no one else was doing it, like I said. But now that they have these pieces of competition, these pieces of hardware that are good competition, like the Steam Deck, like I said, Rogue Ally, whatever, they need to try harder, and they kind of know that. I just kind of hope that the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible. Man, I really hope that Nintendo doesn't forget to do that, because honestly, and not only do they deserve to be backwards compatible, but they also deserve to have you be able to play Switch games at least 60 frames or more, and with better graphics, obviously, because there are a lot of Switch games that run and look like shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, they look horrible.
All right, guys, that's probably gonna do it now. Let me know what you guys think on what you believe, the Switch is gonna be, whether it's gonna be weak, strong, what games it'll have, blah, blah, blah. What do you guys think the Switch will be, right? Do you think it's gonna be another portable, another console, whatever? I think it's going to be a Switch 2. It's going to be another Nintendo Switch, but, more powerful, and, they're just not going to mess around this time. I hope they're actually going to have good games too, look, the first year of the Switch was actually kind of good, and then later on it just got worse and worse and lazier and lazier, come on, for the love of God, look at the Pokemon games, right? They're terrible on the Switch. They're awful, So, look, what I'm trying to say is that the Switch 2 better actually live up to their potential. That's it. Like, if you imagine a Pokemon game on the Xbox 360, you would not imagine it the way it is on the Switch. And I say that because I think the Switch is pretty much as powerful, if not more powerful, than the Xbox 360 and PS3. So what's the reasoning that they can't, have a big open world Pokemon game like that doesn't look like shit, right? So anyways, guys, I think that's about it. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. And then don't worry, I will make other good videos as well, So I'll see you guys later. Toodles.